start thinking about, all of the waste that's generated, the impacts, so greenhouse gas emission offsetting and all of those things, and then landfilling, the impacts of recycling can be pretty high. Now, up to this point, facilities management's been a pretty active partner, and then student groups have been really active in terms of getting recycling going. And I think at this point, it's time to think about how to institutionalize some of this stuff a little bit more.
Somebody has something, even somebody who's recycle conscious, if they don't see a recycle or even a trash, we have stuff on the ground, but if we try and pair them up, we do see that it is better to get to capture more recycling if we have a trash can and a recycle bin compared with each other. Typically they will put whatever they're throwing away in the proper bin. A little bit of background on some of the equipment that we have throughout campus. The big bellies that you might see out on the mall, typically on the main mall, they're trash and recycle container. We have 32 of those pairs on campus. The blue bins, like what you have similar to home with the lid on it, we have 500 of those on campus. Throughout campus we have 14 compactors, 16 front load, which we trash or recycle, and then we have 12 roll-off, between 20, 30, and 40 yards that we maintain throughout the week, month, whatever. So
we have these cardboard, so rectangular cardboard bins, and the tops of them, are designed, and it commingles. So you have all kinds of paper products in one with a green top, and then all, the blue ones are for, plastic, glass, steel, aluminum, things like that. So those have been rolled out all across campus. The unions have a slightly different system where they have those metal gray bins with different shapes on top, but the nice thing is that they're always all next to each other. And what that tends to do is to encourage people to make the right choices at the thing. What we do know is that recycling doesn't work when you just have a recycling bin off by itself and then a trash can someplace else, and then trash cans without recycling next to them. So they have to be paired, and when they're paired, and in this case they'd be tripled up, so you'd have waste and then paper and then all the other materials. When they're put together, the contamination rate of garbage in the recycling goes way down, and you find fewer recyclables in the garbage. And ultimately, and this is important because facilities management, when they're sorting this stuff, recycling ends up going on the commodities market and ends up being a valuable thing to them. So it sort of offsets other campus activities when you do it properly.
And another initiative that was completed in January 2013 was the Ready, Set, Recycle initiative, and that's where we went through and replaced all the recycling bins on campus with bins that have labels of what's recyclable on the lid. And we also made sure that the recycling bins were paired with trash cans, which hadn't really been the case prior to that initiative. So all of these are just part of student-led efforts to increase recycling on campus.
Students for Sustainability is a large student-led organization that encourages sustainability throughout the University of Arizona community. Students for Sustainability was present at Spring Fling 2014, collecting recyclables, sorting the different types of recyclables, and informing students and community members on the importance of recycling. Bins with labels were located throughout the carnival, offsetting the amount of waste produced at this event.
My project that I'm currently working on is zero waste in the football stadium. Facilities has worked with the athletic department. We've put out bans at some of the main entrances on the football stadium. Some of the student groups through Students of Sustainability have worked with tailgating as far as handing out blue bags, educating some of the people out there, kind of playing games, getting them engaged. So our first year of actually starting to collect recycle primarily has been the plastic and aluminum. Our first season we did 25 tons of recycled material, and our last year we increased where we did 29 tons of recycled material. So that's stuff from the mall at the gates, and then some of our student groups that's been through the Green Fund. They actually come in after the game, so we have 1 hour after the game ends. We have a couple different student groups that come in. They walk through all of the stadium and they pick up all the water bottles and soda bottles so that instead of throwing things away in the trash, to make sure they're recycling.